Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, thank you for stopping by. Today we are going to be looking at the top 10 reference books I use as a Black newbie writer, and I hope they will work for you as well. Excuse the hair, it is hair wash day, and I'm trying to do it before LaRue starts to have the zoomies as he does. Let's get to it. This is the Women's Study Bible. It was a gift from my youngest daughter. I look at this daily, and I don't really have a planned schedule of what I'm going to read. I look at the front of the book, which has a list of reflections, and I kind of look at what I might be experiencing that day or hope to experience that day. After that, I just flip to a page and just read, because I feel like anything I read is good for me to learn. I was delighted to finally get my hands on this book. It has just phenomenal knowledge and wisdom from what I call my adopted ancestral Jalimusos, or female griots. It has information and wisdom from Black writers like Nikki Giovanni, Dr. Maya Angelou, Tony Bambara, just a wealth of beautiful Black writers giving beautiful wisdom to Black writers. It's very inspirational, and I've learned a lot. I use this book to get me grounded to what I need to do that day. It really does talk about the respect, the wisdom, the productivity, the responsibility that we as Black women writers have. This book came out, I think, a couple of years ago. It's a compilation of wisdom and inspirational talk about different ways of how Black writers, men and women, do the craft. I really enjoy it. I will read it when I'm stuck on a particular part of story structure, because it kind of talks about it in a way I feel our culture understands. Just makes you feel like you're in a group of cousins and aunties and uncles, and they're just giving you advice. It is a reference, but not a reference to be solely used. If you use it solely by itself, it may not be your full essence as a diverse writer. It really does give the general basics of writing a novel per publishing industry standards. This is a group of books to help you show versus tell. It's a series, so if you're looking for something to help you bring forth the essence of a particular character, particular setting, that type of thing, I think that these books are great to use. Because I'm writing a historical fiction, I was trying to find out if there were certain rules or story structure or basic foundation for writing historical fiction, and I found it very difficult to find. That being said, this book is a reference that I have used, and it really helps you with the basic elements that you should have within a historical fiction. It also helps you to know how to go about doing certain research, tips and tricks. So if you're writing a historical fiction, I would highly recommend this book as a basic foundation for you. He has a series of books. I think there are maybe 13 in the whole set. I use this book in particular because I had a hard time trying to decipher what people meant by the term voice, until I found out you kind of have to figure that out on your own as you're writing. It will come out. But this book helped me to get there. He has a great way of making difficult terms understandable and concise. So if you're struggling with some of the more elusive terms in writing, some of his books may help you. This one in particular, if you're having difficulty with voice, I would highly recommend this book. When I began writing, I thought, or rather I didn't know if I would be taken seriously if I didn't have an MFA. Thankfully, I have come to my senses. After paying a lot of money to go to college and go to law school, I did not want to do an MFA program if I did not have to. However, I did want to see what information was taught in an MFA program to see if the information that was given would be beneficial for my writing. Luckily, I found this book, and I will say she was very concise about what goes on in the MFA program. If you would like to do your own, as she calls it, DIY MFA, I would highly suggest this book. She has a website and I think a blog that can help you to go into depth with the information she gives. The book was very clear. If you're thinking about joining an MFA program, to see what it might entail, if you are feeling a little anxious that you may not be at a certain level to write. I don't think you need to. I think you should write from your gut and write from your soul, but this cannot hurt you. I enjoyed this book because it put in simple language how to get from difficult story structure to breaking it down into what seems reasonable and doable. Soon I will be doing a video that will explain and give you YouTube channels I have used to help improve my writing, and his channel is one of them, and very good. The book is very good. It really breaks down in a very conversational tone concepts that may seem difficult when you're writing your novel, but that you can use to help you. I could not leave what I feel is one of the most important resources you can use as a Black newbie writer, and that is your journal. Because we have such varied experiences, and sometimes I know it's difficult to be in a group of people to share those experiences, there's one thing that you can use and that you should use to write down your feelings, whether that may be happiness, sadness, worry, anxiety, whatever. It is very useful, and this particular one is done with inspirational quotes on each page by Dr. Angelou. I feel it's a great partnership because I'm writing my feelings, I'm writing what I'm doing in my author life, and when I'm in a moment or a place where I'm stuck, I can go back to some entries, even some inspirational quotes I've seen to get past a difficult moment that I may be going through. It is very valuable to record your feelings, your thoughts, your ideas, all of that. And in a private setting, everything does not have to be out in the open, because sometimes what we record when we're with ourselves is what we need to grow. And if we grow, then we're able to put that into our books so that our readers can grow. I would suggest that you make your own list, but I believe a lot of these resources would help you as they have helped me. Now I have to go wash my hair. It looks a mess. Thank you for coming.